How's it going, everyone? Liam Catterson here, and this is episode number 2 for Volume 7 of RWBY. Excited for the show to be back. Last episode was very, very exciting, especially the fight scenes, and I'm really excited to see what this episode does entail, because I have a feeling we're going to be encountering Iron Daddy. I had to say that. I'm sorry, but I had to. No, we're going to be encountering Ironwood, I'm guessing, with Team RWBY being arrested because of the fact that they had the stolen transport vehicle. So that's obviously all great. But aside from that, we encountered Pietro, I think he's called, who was Penny's father. And speaking of Penny, she came back. We were all delighted, and it's the same Penny as well. Like, with the fact that Penny was a robot anyways, there was the possibility that Penny could return, and Penny could, this version of Penny could be an entirely new incarnation who doesn't remember RWBY, etc. But thankfully, that is not the case. This is our Penny that's returned, and our heart just warmed so much. I was merging the two words together. But not just that, though, we got to look at the new intro, which looks pretty super. And I do have some theories as well regarding what will happen with, I think I had another theory once upon a time ago, but I couldn't remember it. But I do remember a theory that I do think is going to happen, and that is Team Juniper is going to be resurrected. Obviously, not with Pyrrha returning, but Penny could take in Pyrrha's place, especially if she feels bad for Pyrrha, because she doesn't even know that Pyrrha has died. The last she remembers, she was facing against Pyrrha in Volume 3, and we do not talk about that event, because that one... Yeah. But it's still relevant to the point that she's gonna be wondering where's Pyrrha. So yeah. I have a feeling that I've also heard like a lot of theories going around that Pietro is going to die, which I don't want to happen, but it might happen, and that might reinforce the idea that Penny will join Team Junior, which will be Juniper once again. So yeah. But enough about the theories. This is episode number 2 for Volume 7. I'm looking forward to this. Let's go. This intro, though. I saw the live action version of this that Rooster Teeth did, and that was hysterical. Oh man, I loved it. I think Muriel would make a good RWBY, though. Oh man. By the way, I didn't catch a certain moment in this intro the first time around, but I'll point it out when that's something did catch my eye. I'll point it out when we get to that moment, but yeah. Shaq! That's an awesome shot, though. I've yet to do my, I guess, annual singing thing for the intro, because these intros are just so mesmerizing. Crow, look at Crow though. Like, I didn't catch him the first time around, but Crow is like, oh, I want to cosplay that attire though. I want to. I need to. She's just trying to... Of course.
Where do you think they're taking us?
I'm gonna go with jail.
I still can't believe that fishing pole guy took us out like it was nothing.
Welcome to
Fishing
Atlas.
pole guy.
Those were Ironwood's ace operatives.
Aesops.
You guys had a run-in with the Aesops? Ironwood must really have a bone to pick with you.
That's
You're
not
not that
encouraging
big a
the
deal.
environment.
Not that big of a deal? The Aesops are the elite of elite military huntsmen. And Ironwood's personal attack dogs.
So they got you too,
Scary.
I wouldn't let myself get caught by them. I'm here because I've been speaking out against Atlas's exploitation of Mantle, and General Ironwood is trying to silence me.
You threw a brick at her ship.
It's worth it if it gets people talking about our cause.
Our cause?
I was
Yes,
noble
a
in this
fight for
rebellion.
better
You threw a
conditions in
brick
Mantle,
at our
led by the
vehicle.
charismatic, talented, lovely Robin Hill and her happy huntresses.
Robin Hill.
They were all top Atlas Academy graduates who could have signed up for the military, but Robin and the Huntresses chose to stay in Mantle. She's gunning for a seat on the Kingdom's Council, and when she gets it, she's gonna put an end to Ironwood's tyranny!
Happy Huntresses.
Is that their real name? Don't you think tyranny's a little
So
dramatic?
this rebellion led by Robin.
Easy to say for a Schnee heiress living comfortably up in Atlas.
Uh-oh.
Not anymore.
I love that one single rebellion guy.
Whoa, it's gorgeous up here.
Don't let that fool you.
This isn't the police station.
It's Atlas Academy.
Yeah. Even better! Who wants to go to jail anyways? Is the rebellion guy coming with us?
I guess we will be seeing the General. For better or worse.
This ain't the wedding, Ruby. That rebellion
So,
guy's gonna stay
what
back.
do we do?
I don't know yet. But we should be careful with what we say.
Elevator music?
We'll follow your lead, Ruby.
The faith, I love it.
I swear, if I have to sit through one more council meeting like that.
Yay, you're here!
Winter.
Oh, shh.
Anyone want to give us a hand with these?
You have 10 seconds to take those off before I start hurting you.
Ooh. It was 11 seconds. Kill him,
Come in.
Winter. I'm kidding. Oh, that was nice.
It is so good to see all of you.
Our reception didn't really convey that.
No, but you...
I sincerely regret how you were treated by my team. When a rogue airship entered our airspace, it raised some red flags. We
I
assumed
mean, you
the
can't
ship was
blame them for
stolen.
that.
Stolen? Okay, yeah, it was stolen.
You stole an Atlas airship?
Uh-oh.
What were you thinking? You might have been shot down. How unbelievably irresponsible.
I'm sorry I worried you. But we did what we had to do.
I'm dead.
I suppose I understand. But I cannot believe
Oh,
that you
God.
allowed this to happen, Crow.
You try stopping these kids when they have their mind set on something. Speaking
I want a rematch between these two. Okay.
we have some important information for you that's confidential.
Oh, is it about the relics?
Or perhaps the Winter Maiden?
Well...
You told them?
Did you really think you were the only one who got to work on a new plan after Beacon? With Ozpin gone, I needed my own team of people I could trust.
Ooh, about
So yes,
Ozpin.
I told them. The Aesops, too. Which is why I'm so glad you're here. With this. Until now, I believed it was
You even told
impossible
the Aesops, though.
truly
That's
turn
going
the
to be
tide
risky,
against
I'm
Salem.
sure.
Oz has pushed her back, has kept victory out of her claws, but she will keep returning, stronger and stronger. Unless we destroy her.
How do you destroy an invincible?
What about the Atlas relic?
You mean the Staff of Creation?
It's safe inside the vault.
And the Winter Maiden?
She is secure and in stable condition.
Stable
Ooh.
condition. What does
She's
that...
not exactly a spring chicken.
Oh, what, like, is it Amber?
I know how this all looks. Recalling my military, the embargo, I probably don't seem the most trustworthy right now.
Then why continue it?
The people of Mantle
Just
are
putting
hurting.
an extra layer of
I needed to
security,
ensure Salem couldn't infiltrate
even if it's
Atlas.
dodgy.
And I wanted my military here, protecting my people.
But it's not protecting them. It's making everyone hate you.
That is true.
It's a price I'm willing to pay. Just as you all have been entrusted with the knowledge of Salem's existence, I need you all to trust me. I have a plan.
Ooh.
Ozpin believed the best way to fight Salem was to do so in secret. Whether that was the right choice or not isn't for me to say. But we find ourselves in a position of needing, well, a new approach.
And what do you suggest?
That's Amity Coliseum.
Where the Vital Festival is held?
Indeed. When Beacon fell and everyone on Remnant lost contact with one another, I knew our current system was outdated. Amity was built to bring the nations together. And it will serve that purpose once again.
Oh. But
Isn't it great? We're not going to just replace Beacon Tower. Building a new tower on top of Amity Coliseum will re-establish global communications.
By launching the tower high
interesting.
into the atmosphere, our scientists believe we can create a sort of satellite. Out of reach of the Grim and capable of maintaining global communications even if we
pretty
were to lose another
efficient
tower.
idea.
That is great.
Mm.
James, you don't need the entire military for this.
I will for the next part,
Oh.
where I finally tell the people about Salem.
Oh, are you sure about? Oh, that's bold. That is bold.
So that's why you withdrew your troops? To handle a panic that will break out in Atlas?
Yes, panic is
Because
inevitable.
they will start panicking.
And panic brings Grim, but I believe we are ready. Once Atlas has come to grips with the fight ahead, I'll use Amity Tower to spread the message to all of Remnant.
But
This
everything
is
will fall
bold.
apart. Grim will be everywhere.
You're right. But Atlas is willing and prepared to assist.
Trying to hide the truth from the world
I'm
will eventually
not
kill us all.
confident. I'm not confident with this. There's a part of me that's worrying.
Oz spent his whole life, many lives, keeping this secret.
I know. But since Beacon, things have changed. Without him here to guide us, all I can do is use my best judgment.
Gonna speak up, Oscar.
What is it?
Actually, Oz isn't completely gone.
Oscar here is the next Ozpin.
Oz? I'm so glad you're here. I didn't think you...
Not quite. He's kind of,
In
gone
between.
at the moment.
Yeah.
That's not normal. How did he...
We don't know. We were in a train crash, and ever since, well,
There was a bit of commotion.
suddenly Oz wasn't there anymore.
Just jumping from A
The
straight
worst
to
was
Z.
yet. Did you learn anything from him about the relics before...
He told us the lamp can answer 3 questions. But all the questions were used up already.
Oh, Ruby!
Right. Right.
Wow.
Ozpin told us that too, once upon a time.
Uh-oh.
At least we have you, Oscar. You're safe here in Atlas. Maybe together we can figure out how to bring Ozpin back.
Thank you, sir. I mean, General. Ironwood?
Oh, Oscar. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought that was, like, somehow resonating with Ironwood there.
You're giving it back to me?
After what happened with the Aesops, I don't want you to think I'm keeping anything from you, especially something as important as this. For the time being, I think it's safest with the people who brought it here.
See, Ironwood is all chill.
Thank you.
We must work together if we're to fight Salem and win. Now, if
This
you're all
concept
on board,
of unity, I am a bit skeptical,
Tell
but
us how we can help.
good. Because getting the Amity Tower ready to launch won't be easy.
Hmm.
But first, I think we need to get those weapons of yours up to our standards.
This is where they get their upgrade.
Remember, this is Atlas. While assisting the military, we will provide you with the best equipment our scientists can devise.
Upgrade time!
So that was the second time I got banned. Then there was the third
I'm really, really
time. All right,
excited
cut the
with
chat.
this plan, but I am also skeptical.
I'd like to sincerely
I
apologize
don't trust
for the
anything.
miscommunication down in Mantle. We didn't
I feel
intend to.
so bad, honestly. If we had known who you were, we'd be laughing over a hot meal right now. And
I understand. You're just following orders.
Jesus!
You could have asked us some questions first.
Questions are for the weak.
Her brains are gonna
But
come out
we're
of her
on the same
head.
Team now. Not that I'm happy about it.
We just wanted to say we're sorry.
Are you sure about
and
that?
We're looking forward to working with you on our next mission. You might be students, but you've been fighting just as hard as we have, if not harder.
exactly why I'm looking forward to seeing what you kids can do.
Not everything's a competition, Hare.
Come on, let me show you around campus.
Crow. I meant it when I said it was good to see you again.
Aww.
Yeah. You too.
Oh, wow. Okay. 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 I'll take this. But
So
poor
that
James
way's
has
the
been through a
cafeteria,
lot.
And that way's the training rooms. Oh, and over there are the classrooms.
This all looks great, Penny. But where are we staying?
Remember, you're in Atlas now.
Oh, Nora.
Well-funded school on Remnant, every team at Atlas Academy gets their own room. And if that wasn't enough,
So we're staying in the dorms?
Basically.
it'll be just like Beacon again.
Yay! About all of the spare... Nora. Hopefully. Maybe not. 5% sure it's gonna be safe. I was to say, what? Sick coat, man.
For the last time, a singular hideout makes us more susceptible to discovery.
But what if we're seen? What if we're recognized?
We stay mobile.
Walking around a city with 1,000 eyes.
While cybersecurity has been stepped up in Atlas, as usual, none of the code was updated in Mantle.
Bloody hell!
That certainly sounds useful.
It should be. I helped write that code, after all.
I was gonna say, this is all his shenanigans. That car just crashing and this, obviously.
Well, I suppose we all have our talents.
I hope he breaks your nose again. I'm comforted by that. See, this is why I was worried. I was super, super worried. But yeah, some interesting things regarding that that episode, especially regarding the Amity Arena. They're repurposing that. Well, they're utilizing that to bring the nations together once more, but they're doing it in a more secure environment. Which I am hopeful will go according to plan, but I just don't have faith. I've lost faith a long time ago. Oh boy. I say the triumph of music, and yeah, it sounds very, very masterful. Like, it does sound very poetic to Atlas. But yeah, that went a lot better than I expected. But then again, they were only arrested because there was reports of a stolen vehicle, so obviously they're not going to let that slide. But now that they realized who it was, though I did feel like, I guess with the hardships that James has took and Winter seemed to have placed, I thought it might have been a bit more difficult, but hey, a happy reunion is all well and good for me, especially that hug between James and Crow. But then again, like I said, James has been through the ringer, hasn't he, with Beacons? So yeah, I'm glad they did not stretch out the Oz thing as well, like, for too long, because he was like, well, Oz is no longer with us, and I'm like, oh, when are we going to get to that moment? So yeah. But thankfully that was answered. But yeah, this was a very, very spicy episode in terms of discovering, like, laying out the foundations of things to come for the future of this season, with the tower back online, and how Ironwood plans to tell all of the nations about Salem. See, I feel like, I don't know. I feel like that is the more concerning approach rather than the tower being back online. Because obviously there's going to be panic, as James has prophesized, but I don't know. I just have a bad feeling about the reaction to, like, if they're going to try and go all end. Like, I don't know. For some reason, I can imagine that the nations in my head are going to go on this, funnily enough, witch hunt for Salem, and they're gonna try and basically, it's basically going to be like the whole invade Area 51 shenanigans all over again, where people, like, I do have this fear that people will try and go for Salem. They will have no idea where she is, but there's going to be riots and all of that, and then when Salem does arrive, it's going to be a complete massacre. So yeah, because remember, we have to. I'm still taking that final scene from Volume 6 into account, where she's basically going, Thanos, fine, I'll do it myself. So, like, when she does make her first move, when she does make her attack, I feel like these people might be way in over their heads once they get the memo that look, Salem needs to be stopped. So yeah, but yeah, bold stuff from James. Bold plan. Don't see it going well personally, but we'll see. Okay, so yeah, that was a really, really good episode. I really loved going into that episode, going into Ironwood's plan. Not confident whatsoever. It's gonna fall apart. I'm just calling it right here, right now. It's pretty bold. Not gonna lie. It's pretty interesting, especially with the fact that Atlas could be the driving force, basically, in Remnant, and you have the other kingdoms looking at Atlas as their hope, their beacon of hope, I guess you could say. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's a bold move to stand out amongst the other kingdoms and have them rely on Atlas. It's just, it's just a bit risky personally. And not just that though, but I feel like there was a hint towards things falling apart, especially when you have Mantle already hating on Ironwood, and Ironwood has accepted that. Like it's something that he regrettably states is a cost. And as a leader, we all make these choices that can inflict the people, but I feel like that's some kind of hint towards things are gonna hit the shitter real bad with this plan with Amity Coliseum and telling the people about Salem. Not just that though, but he said after the fall of Beacon he needed a team of his own he could trust about this whole shebang. And I feel like he's told too many people already regarding the Winter Maiden and the Relic. I don't have anything in terms of fear with him telling Winter or Penny, for example. The people I am actually fearing is the Aesops. I think there's a bloody mole within the Aesops. I bet you there is a mole that will report to Salem, all that jazz. Yeah, that's my feeling. I just have a feeling one of those people is not good news, and I don't think it's Clover. I think his name is. I'm not so sure, but I think that was the other theory I was talking about at the beginning. I saw a theory that he could be the anti-Crow, where he has good luck rather than bad luck compared to Crow. So yeah, but I bet you there's one member in the Aesops that is a mole. I'm betting it. I'm putting all my money on that theory, on that belief that someone is a bloody mole. But yeah, it was pretty interesting though how how I feel like he's told a large number of people about the Relic and the Winter Maiden. We also got information regarding the Winter Maiden's not in the best of conditions. I'm guessing like the previous Fall Maiden before Pyrrha, but I guess that also cancels out the I'm sure it was a crack theory, but it would have been nice all the same about Neo being the Winter Maiden. But yeah, I can't help but feel there's a mole in the Aesops. But yeah, there was also talk about how Ironwood is making life harder for Mantle as well, with Team RWBY addressing their concerns, and I do get them. I don't think it's great whatsoever, but I can understand in a sense, like he saw what happened at Beacon and is trying to one-up Beacon, not in a gloating way, but he's trying to make his journey into stopping Salem less perilous. Though I do feel like he believes that his actions are all secure and whatnot, but when the chips are on the table, it will just all go completely to hell. So yeah, he just thinks he just has this belief that I've got this, but he won't have this, if you get what I mean. Can I just say though, just a brief note, just find it funny how Maria wasn't taken to Ironwood or wasn't taken prisoner, and she was the one like who was basically telling the people who was like, hey, you need to park this vehicle to shut up. So I just love how Maria was just void from that and was a completely innocent person when the Aesops arrived and was like, I don't know these people, basically. So yeah, just a little quick note just to throw there. But yeah, I can understand Ironwood. Like I said, he regrettably states that the people hating him is a cost, but I feel like that is a little tease for things falling apart for Ironwood to come. That's just my belief. What I found very, very interesting as well is RWBY lied about the Relic having no more questions available, and I think that's a pretty good move to make for RWBY personally. For a couple of reasons, because obviously the state of Ironwood is not peak condition, and there's also that feeling that like we can't trust Ironwood completely, so we have to take this with in baby steps, basically. But also, it's very, very interesting because I think she's now starting to understand why Oz kept this away from Team RWBY, because she's now inflicting that same protection against Ironwood, who knows about the Winter Maiden and all of that. So she's literally in Ozpin's shoes, and Ironwood, Penny, all of them, they are Team RWBY, I guess. So yeah, I find that pretty interesting from RWBY. But like I said, I think it's a strategical move to make. Not just that though, but I'm very curious to see if there's any limits for the staff of creation, like there is for. I'm sure there is, like there is for the knowledge relic. So yeah. But I also thought there was some nice wholesome moments in this episode with the Schnee sisters hugging, with that relief from Weiss, and Crow and Ironwood hugging as well. That was really beautiful as well. On a note of Weiss, though, well, firstly, on a note, I was expecting a bit more squabbling between Crow and Winter, to be fair, just for old time's sake. But for Weiss as well, and we saw this in the last episode, is where people were like, "You're Weiss, and you have it all luxurious at Atlas," and then you see that dejection on Weiss when like people are like, "Oh my god, you must have it so nice with your place in the sky," all that jazz. And obviously we know from the abuse and the torment that Weiss received with Jacques and Shitley and all of them, that it's not all sunshine and rainbows. They can only just make assumptions when they don't know the real deal. So I liked how that was touched upon again in this episode with the one rebellion guy who I've just absolutely loved. I'll get to him in a minute, but that, as well as everyone reflecting, "Oh, look how glorious Atlas seems to be," and she was just basically like, "Don't get too attached." So yeah, so I really liked that further insight into the dejection of Weiss in this episode. And like I said, that one rebellion guy was just a laugh and a half. Like, just the tone of his voice and how OTT he was. Like, I was part of this rebellion and they're silencing me. And the guards were like, "You threw a brick off our ship." And he was like, "It was worth it for the cause." So I love him. I'm also curious about this Robin Hill, who seems to be the leader of this rebellion for Mantle. And I'm thinking she was the girl on the poster because they were sticking posters up. So yeah, but Robin Hill seems to be like their resistance leader, all that. So yeah, I'd be very interested to find out more about her this season. But yeah, it was a pretty good stuff. A little side note, I liked the lagging animation that Team RWBY made when Penny was showing them the dorms. I thought that was a great way to express their tired state as well. But yeah, it was a pretty interesting episode. Like I said, I have humongous doubts regarding Ironwood's plan. Like you saw the team echo a bit of concern regarding Ironwood's plan, but we'll just have to wait and see. Maybe I'm fretting over nothing. We'll just have to wait and see. I just don't have so much faith at the minute, but yeah, it was a really good episode as things as the, I guess, chess pieces have moved forwards in terms of this plan to try and stop Salem. I don't think Ironwood as well knows the fact that she's invincible, so they didn't rely that information towards Ironwood. I also liked the brushing of the details as well. Going back to RWBY lying about the relic, she also talked about Ozpin as well. She jumped from A straight to Z about Ozpin, about his disappearance, and that was because we all obviously know the humongous fallout Team RWBY had with with Ozpin, even Crow, for example, when he punched him in the face, or Oscar in the face, but targeting Ozpin, should I say? But yeah, like this is the interesting thing about Ruby's leadership. She's taking these with cautious steps, and I really do appreciate that. She can't risk jeopardizing her words towards Ironwood, so she's taking them with fragility, and that meant she has to start questioning her trust in Ironwood. Do I instantly trust him and tell him the whole shebang, or do I remain cautious and throw out little white lies, I guess? So yeah, Ruby's leadership is ever more impressing me, which I really like that moment from Blake when she says, you take lead, all that jazz, putting her faith into Ruby, which was really wholesome. But yeah, this was a super episode. Like I said, the pieces have been moved. Liam is not entirely optimistic, but who knows? Maybe I'm just fretting over nothing, but it's never nothing. This was a great episode of RWBY, though. I'm loving Volume 7. I'm just glad the show is back, because this is a bloody fantastic show. And this episode further continues proof of that. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my media feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care. And I will see you guys next time. Toodles!